Hello everyone, Shavo here. I'm going to bring you another 1v1 match. This is going to be a Zerg versus Protoss. The Protoss being Gladiator, it's spawning as blue up here at the top, and Moose, the red Zerg, spawning down here at the bottom. This is on the map Blistering Sands, so we will see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen in this replay, so it's always fun to find out together, eh? So we've got Moose sending out his first Overlord just in the, you only have one place to send it to, so it's always good to send it in the right direction there. And he's just making his drones over here, and he's got about 9. I wonder if he's going to make his Overlord, and he is making an Overlord, so he's doing the typical build. And Gladiator is getting his Pylon at 9, and he's chrono boosting out this this one probe over here. Now he's going to kind of waste his chrono boost here. I don't really agree with that, but hey, whatever works for him, I guess. And he's got this second probe coming out over here at 11. And it looks like Moose is sending out a early scout as far as the Zerg goes. He's sending a pretty decent early scout over here with this one drone coming out. So I wonder what he's hoping to accomplish over here. Is he just going to see his one first gateway? I guess he's kind of worried about a proxy, I would imagine. And looks like Gladiator is sending out his probe as well. So we've got an early gas coming over here, so that's really indicative of a speedling push, as you typically want to get your gas before you get your spawning pool. That way you can start mining some gas, and as soon as your spawning pool is done, you can automatically start researching metabolic boost and have it, as quickly as possible. And Gladiators are going to come over here and spot this and just kind of see what's going on. And it looks like not too much going over here. Gladiator's continuing to chrono boost out his probes. And it looks like Gladiator's going to go ahead and see what's happening. He's going to see that this extractor was up here early and the spawning pool is coming out over here. So he's going to know that he's going to go for a speedling build if he's pretty smart. And we've got a 2-gate coming out over here. So it looks like Gladiator's planning to put some early pressure on Moose if he's not careful, but he's going to start researching that metabolic boost right away, so it's really good timing as far as the gas and getting his metabolic boost coming out over here. So Gladiator is pulling back his probe over here to the Zelnaga watchtower just to kind of get some eyes on the field, and Moose is pulling back his one drone over here, and he's just going to kind of take a look, see if there's any proxies going along, and just check it out, see what's going on, because Protoss are notorious for doing proxies on smaller maps such as this because it's just so easy to proxy and put some really harsh harassment on a Zerg player, especially when he tries to fast expand. Let's take a look at APM. APM is hovering right around 140 for Moose right now and about 97 for Gladiator, so both are at pretty high APM. And Gladiator is continuing to push out with these 4 gates. I don't see a cybernetics core as of yet, so he might be doing some kind of pseudo 4 gate with no cybernetics core or warp gates or whatever. So he's going to go straight zealots, it looks like. So that's pretty decent play. That's pretty good for going against a Zerg. However, if Moose were decided to go Mutalisk or even get some Baneleys going on, that would greatly put a damper on Gladiator's play over here. So he's just chrono boosting out a whole bunch of zealots right now, and he's really just planning to put the hurt down on Moose as soon as he gets a good amount of zealots. And Moose really needs to do some layer pushing here. He needs to get some more gas over here so he can get his layer coming out. So Moose has got a couple of speedlings over here as well as this one spine crawler that's going to take out that probe, and Gladiator knows that he's going to have to deal with the spine crawler as well as a bunch of speedlings, but he's got a ton of zealots coming out over here, so he's going straight zealot. And if Moose decides to tech to a lair or something and get some Mutalisk coming out over here, that is pretty much going to be a GG for Gladiator. But he's not doing that. He's just continuing to make a whole bunch of spine crawlers as well as Zerglings. And in my opinion, he should be going for a lair right about now, as he is well overdue for a lair, but he is not opting to do so. So Gladiator is pushing out with about 12 or so zealots. It looks like 11. So 11 zealots, and Moose has this early warning system here of this Overlord, and he's gonna know it's coming. But I don't know if this is gonna be enough to counteract that many zealots. 3 spine crawlers and about 10 or 12 or so Zorglings over here. So he is seeing this huge wave of Zergling or Zealots coming in. He's going to check for an expansion first, see if he can take that out, and he doesn't see that there's an expansion, so he knows that he is well planning for this, and we'll see how this engagement goes. He's starting to push in these spine crawlers take out a couple shots on that one zealot, and they're going to take out that one little creep colony just to kind of say, yeah, take that. If I can't get in your base, I'm just going to tell you to take that. And he's continuing to mass up just a bunch of zealots. So what Moose needs to do is just get some spire, or get a spire going, get some mutalisks out there, and he will be in pretty good shape. He's got a good amount of roaches coming out over here. He's got about 7 or so roaches, and he's just continuing to kind of leapfrog up his spine crawlers. And it's not a really good time to do that, as Gladiator is deciding to push in, and he needs to get these spine crawlers down right away. And they take a shot off of that one zealot, so he's kind of forced to move back. So it looks like Gladiator's attempt has kind of failed, and he's not able to get anywhere with that. And Gladiator takes this opportunity to go ahead and expand, as he realizes that Moose does not have an expansion yet. So he is going to be in pretty good shape if he can get this expansion up. And for some reason, Moose is not opting to go a spire. He needs to go a spire, get a couple mutalisks. 2 mutalisks right now would win the game for him. That's all, 2. So, yeah. Anyway, Gladiators keep checking for this one expansion. He realizes that he doesn't have any kind of expansion. He's going to push in just to kind of test the waters once again. And he's going to notice that he's not going to be able to get anywhere with these 3 spine crawlers, just kind of creating that choke point over there. So the Hydralisk stand is completed, and he's going to make a butt ton of Hydralisk right now and just continue to push out with, or continue to leapfrog these spine crawlers. You got a bunch of roaches, a bunch of Zerglings, as well as a bunch of Hydralisks coming in over here. So if you were to make a good move, then he could pretty much just take out all of these zealots right now and put the hurt on Gladiator. Gladiator losing that one zealot in the exchange, so he is now down a couple minerals. Let's look at the income right now. Gladiator is well above in the income, as he does have this one expansion coming out over here, and he's going to start continuing to